you know, so many people define health by, you know, the number on the scale or, um, you know, the quality of sleep that they get. And like, while those things aren't completely insignificant, they're not the biggest measure, right? Like if I didn't have a great night's sleep last night, but I wake up today feeling refreshed and like I can tackle the day, well, then there's obviously some better underlying health than just the good night's sleep. And you know, am I waking up having a good night's sleep, but with digestive issues? Well, then that's not the perfect measure of health either. Like it's this whole picture, and all the pieces matter, but they're just pieces, and we have to notice
Yeah.
all of them. And that was such a journey to get to
Yeah.
that point where I was like, this one
Uh,
thing isn't the be all and end all.
exactly. I mean, gosh, I mean, there's so much that as you're talking, I'm just like, yes, 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 yes.
Mhm.
I so admire the fact that you guys did something crazy and bought a farm. You know, what the animals do and eat in turn is really what you're eating. And so
Mhm.
if these animals are not taken care of properly, if they're not fed properly, if they're not, you know, they don't have their right emotional, because animals are emotional people also, you know, so if they don't have the right emotions, they are stressed. And then that stress comes through the food, and then you're eating that stressed food. And so knowing your farmer, you know, knowing if you don't have a farm, knowing where your food does come from, it does matter. But also, not everybody has access to all of that.
Mhm.
So if you're someone who doesn't have access to that, what I try to talk to people about is, you know, how you prepare the food also matters. Like what state of mind are you in while you're cooking or
Absolutely.
while you're purchasing or when you sit down to have the meal? You know, it's again, there's all little tiny puzzle pieces, and you're right. There isn't just a one thing that makes health and wellness everything. And I think in our society we've had this very foggy lens of what you have to do to be healthy. A lot of that came from gimmicky diets and gimmicky things. And yes, although some people do benefit from some of those, depending on where they are in their health and wellness journey, if you eat real food and you are intentional about what you're doing and what you're putting in your body and how you're feeding your body, you don't really need to count calories. You know, you don't really need to count your macros. You don't really need to, if you build your plate properly, you know, if you know what it is you're ingesting and for what reasons. We've been so conditioned to do things.
Like you said the word disconnected, but it's like the whole time you're talking, I was like, it's about connection, it's about connection, it's about connection. Like the word connection just kept popping in my brain because it's what it is. Like you need to be connected to
To
yourself so you
self.
know
Yeah.
when you're full, so you know what you're craving,